Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night, so you already know we are ready to get back into another one, and we are doing the same one we've been in. We got PokerFace Season 2, and we're about to go in deep on Episode 6. And you already know the ones we're going deep with. We got the one, the only Fandom D Saint in the house. What's good, brother?
Yo, what is good, everyone? An
And
episode
Paris.
of Poker Face that reminds me why I have no kids, damn it.
Oh my God. They warned me earlier about these little demon children, so I came in ready, and I'll tell you what, they were not hyping it too much. It is insane. What's happening with you tonight, Frack them kids? How goes it?
I am okay. I am okay. Spot of good news. I'm a little bit safer in the country at the moment because I was sworn in last Thursday and I have the official document with my name and picture.
Oh, welcome to the Cool Kids Club. Nicely done. Well done, you.
Grazie.
Going through it. What's up, John? I see you out there. Welcome back. Oh, but we're about to get into it. All things PokerFace Season 2, Episode 6. This one's just simply called Sloppy Joseph, and we know why. Oh, we open with a montage showing an elementary school overachiever, and it seems little Stephanie is simply the best student at just about everything. She takes pride in being the absolute best version of herself. And at first, I was like, what could possibly be wrong with that kind of that can-do attitude? And then I was quickly shown what kind of little monster this little Karen child truly is. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, when you get a child so far off the rails at that age, what's up, AK? Can we truly blame the kid, or should we be taking a look at those dastardly parents who created said monster?
I feel like many moons ago, there was this little thing that came out called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And it was a very overly spoiled child there. And I think the Oompa Loompas kind of summed it up nicely. How who do you blame? The mother and the father. Yeah, it's absolutely the parents. And then also her, because I feel like she has surpassed the parents now. Like, she has her own dirty dealings going on, and she is the captain of that ship. So her parents might be scared of her at this point. I feel like we need to call Dexter or Carol so she could look at the flowers, because this is some bullshit right here.
Oh, that is just insane. But speaking of dastardly, like, on the flip side, I'm not saying her actions were in any way okay, but that teacher knew how important winning was to that little girl. She even admitted so much later to Charlie. So it's like, I don't know, was it right? She was definitely, like, if I was studying that hard to win a spelling bee and I heard the teacher giving words like metamorphosis and leprechauns to some kids and hocus pocus to one individual, I'd have been calling some BS on my teacher as well. Like, that spelling bee was slanted as hell.
Why though?
I mean, those are words in I'm about to say the Bible dictionary, so why not?
That's what I'm saying. And her wanting to win, for me, wasn't really the issue. It's how combative she got once the teacher said, no, it literally, like Phantom just said, it's in the dictionary that this is an actual word, and she keeps just ignoring to push her narrative. It doesn't make sense that she can't. And if she's so damn smart, then she should have been able to figure out how to spell that word. It wasn't even a hard word she was given.
It's an
so nah.
And at the point, she had like around like 40 damn gold stars, and wow,
she is literally 120.
You're still ahead. Like, what's
she is ghosting everybody. The closest kid to her is the little boy that won, and he still isn't even halfway up the chart with her. He's got more than everybody else, but he's still far behind her. So nah, I feel like at that age, that's when, teachers usually try to start teaching good teamwork and team building skills. This chick, she needed that lesson, but she doesn't want that.
She should have had this lesson though.
Yeah, exactly, for real. And it's not all on the teacher. Honestly, I'm not putting that on any of the faculty. I'm putting that solely on her parents, because she was like that before she got to the school.
Well, I'm putting it on the teacher. You need to be less obvious. You can't give you metamorphosis, you leprechaun, and then ask me to spell head and call it fair.
Hey, leprechaun ain't like that, like easy peasy.
Yes, it is. What do you mean?
You spell party. Like, what? Come on. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Exactly. You're supposed to be learning how to interact socially, and oh boy, she needs therapy or something.
Well, speaking of interacting socially, a little side note, fuck you to Hollywood, always getting those little racist sneaks in, showing the little black student not even being able to spell a word as easy as 12 with the right letter. I was like, I see you producers, you ain't slick. Like what? Didn't even start with the right letter. I was like, you motherfuckers are
I
wrong.
once was offensive, but then again, when you zone in the whole class, except for Elijah and her, I was like, what kind of class is this?
Well, private school. But still, I was just like, come on, that was
even in private school though, I feel like there still would have been different layers for those classes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think all of them should have been in that class.
Oh no, some of them are sniffing glue, some of them are writing on their face, sliding across the floor. Yeah, there were definitely different levels going on in that class.
Oh, girl's also an overachiever, bro. Like Matilda, when Matilda being a know-it-all, she's a nice know-it-all. She helps people. This chick is evil incarnate. You can tell. Look at that picture that's behind your head right there. You can tell just by looking at her face. Little fake ass smile. She gets no quarter from me.
So the teacher's slight works, and we see the torment on Stephanie's face as little Elijah is named the spelling bee champion. And I like the quick misdirect when they like showed Stephanie looking up to like when she's looking up on that little site like how to murder a boy, and then it flashes back.
Yeah.
The boy
I was like, yo, don't tell her she was going to kill this kid for winning a damn spelling bee.
See, I wasn't worried about that. I wasn't worried about that. She looks like she is someone that has to continually be on top, which means she has to have people there to beat. And killing him and erasing him off the board, I don't think that would ever be in the plan. Just making him suffer, that's her tea.
At first, I was like, damn, how dark are they going to take it with these little kid actors? I was like, that is crazy. I was glad they flashed back and kept going. That look on her face when she read How to Kill a Boy's Self-Esteem was frightening. Like, this child is absolutely going to murder the first love of her life that ends up leaving her. Like, this little girl needs to be put on a watch list.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. She's like if the Grinch had extremely narcissist personality on crack with a little bit of meth sprinkled in just for shits and giggles is the bag of crazy that's in this kid's head.
Well, that's what I was saying, John. This is like twin number one from the Exorcist show. Like that is that little girl.
Yeah.
From the I'm telling you, this is messed up. So Elijah wins the spelling bee, and with all the gold stars available for winning the talent contest, he still actually has a chance to overtake Stephanie, which she is not trying to allow at all. So she starts doing some recon and quickly sees he's good and has a real shot at beating her, which she simply just cannot allow to happen. It's time for drastic measures, and drastic measures are indeed what follow. Like she sees how his magic trick is done and takes it upon herself to sabotage it. And while doing so, she ended up dropping a button from her schoolgirl outfit in the room that Charlie just, of course, is going to happen upon later. And that whole scene is something we need to talk about. But the day of the talent show, this dastardly little girl walks up to Elijah to throw shade on, and then he instantly picks up what she's dropping. She lets him know that she's seen the magic diaper pick, and he realizes it's about to be outed to the whole class. Like, he sees what's about to happen and makes a mad dash for that projector to stop it before he's embarrassed for the next 4 years of school. But I don't know, doing something like that, like, is your mind just too frazzled, or should he know and it's going to be taken to another step? His dad said he doubled and triple checked that magic show. Should he have came back and checked it just one more again before going on live fandom?
Knowing how I am and my paranoia, and me have to double, triple, quadruple check, I would have checked again.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Then I would have been, even then, in the process of checking it, I would have been like, oh shit, I just killed this freaking guinea pig here.
I'm just like, there is something amiss here. You gotta keep all five eyes open. But again, these are little kids, so I mean, we can't expect too much out of them. But oh, that is just messed up. That is messed up.
But the guinea pig still would have died though, because he literally, even if you double, triple checked, he still would have ran to the projector, and she still would have sabotaged it. So
no, that's what I'm saying. He's got to check it again when he gets back, right before that.
Yeah.
I don't think there would have been a chance though. There. I think by the time he came back, like he had to go on.
He didn't have time, man.
No. See, he did have to go on, but he went backstage first. Because remember, he ran right back up the middle of the stage, got behind the curtain. It would. It wouldn't have. I don't think it would have taken that long. He literally only had to open that box, see homie baby wasn't there, put it back in place real quick, and then like signal to the guy that's on the edge. And that I remember those stages that they were not that big. He could have easily signaled, wait, hey, 2 seconds, please, thanks, fix it again.
I think we're asking a lot from a little guy that just got basically made it just in time to stop himself from being publicly embarrassed and shamed. But that was tough. I mean, even if he looked under there, like he would have seen the box, I don't know if he would have noticed that it was upside down at the time. But he was able to thwart the pick from being shown, but that gave Stephanie the perfect opportunity to sabotage the trick, which she does in the most heinous of ways. Elijah is using the class pet hamster as his assistant, and things are about to take a gruesome turn for the worst. And as Elijah starts his trick, he had no idea that his magic box had been sabotaged, and things get bloody. He brings that oversized hammer down on that poor unsuspecting little fur ball, and blood flies everywhere. Oh my God. I mean, are you traumatized as a little kid if you get the pet blood just sprinkled all over you in a talent show? I mean, dude, Phantom, how do you handle that?
It's a wrap.
Of course, I'll be traumatized. I'm surprised they even like showed the blood on the damn show. I'm like, wait a minute, it's like in front of a bunch of kids here. I thought the hammer's gonna go down and then a camera's gonna pan out somewhere. You hear screams, but no, they showed the blood on every freaking kid in the front row, even the girl. But she wasn't even fazed by it. She was happy about it. I'm like, yo, get this kid to the asylum or something.
Oh, it's funny, John. That's what I meant. Not Christine.
The flowers.
Yeah. Look at the flowers.
You didn't watch The Walking Dead. Okay, so quick recap. There were two sisters that were surviving in the zombie apocalypse. They were under the care of Carol, who at that point in her run was literally Call of Duty Carol. If you need the cavalry, she's the cavalry. Just her. That's all you need. And she peeped this crazy shit that the older sister was on, and the girl ended up killing her little sister because in her mind she's just sleeping for a little bit and then she'll be back. That's how she was viewing The Walking Dead, walking around. And Carol said, okay, you know what, we're not about to do this again, because she had a little baby with her, Rick's baby. They got separated, so she's trying to keep the baby safe. Turn around and look at the flowers, Lizzie. Just look at the flowers, that's all. And shot her in the back of the head. And I don't fault her at all, because you cannot let somebody like that in the zombie apocalypse be running around.
Yeah, that's too crazy. Yeah, it's gonna get everybody murked. Oh, I don't know. Can you imagine the real life trauma this would induce on all these little developing minds, though? Like, this little girl needs to be institutionalized and watched all the time. She is beyond devious. This little girl is dangerous.
And the thing was almost that boy's pet. Like he was the one that took care of it the most. Just
his best friend.
Oh,
it was his best
oh my
friend.
God.
Charlie and her CB buddy seem to be getting closer by the day, and I still can't wait to see if he ends up like being a true friend or is like this an elaborate setup for things to come. I don't know. They got me interested with this one.
What if it's her dad?
Yeah.
The dad? That'd be kind of crazy. What did we know? Did she ever say anything about her parents in this show?
No. It just popped into my head. What if he's been keeping tabs on her from the shadows, and now he has this in, and he's keeping communication, so they'll meet up somewhere. Is that my headset? Do y'all hear an echo?
Oh yeah, that feedback's crazy every time you talk. There's something going on with your mic.
Yeah, let me look at that. I don't. Oh, my fan's pointed over here. That's what it is. Sorry.
Also, what kind of low budget gambling? Like, I don't know. What would you do if, like, you were in a new job, Fandom, and the boss came by saying $20 was missing from petty cash? Empty your pockets.
Well, depends on like what's the ratio of my freaking employer. I'm then like, come again,
right? Show me a warrant. Are you kidding me? Come up here accusing me.
It's not even a warrant.
Pull out like 1,000 and be like, what is this what you're looking for? Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out of my face. Also, what kind of low budget gambling? HR. What kind of low budget gambling was that woman doing for $20? Like $20 is gonna help her out. Like, is she betting bingo?
I think she was taking more than $20.
Just calling it 20.
I mean, there's some like adding games where it's like you can bet literally $20 and less sometimes. So
oh man, that's crazy. Well, Charlie, as she should, is just about to tell Dr. Ham to go jump in a lake when asked to empty out her pockets, but her new friend, the janitor, who also happens to be Elijah's dad, intervenes and gets Charlie to cooperate. She then finds out that Elijah is his son and he receives free tuition as long as his father holds that job, so she totally gets it. So they're on their way to the talent show, and Daddy shows up in a tie, just all super proud and ready to go. And Charlie's like pumping him on, like, go get him. And the day of the talent show, we see like Charlie is right outside while all of it was going on, and she hears it and thinks everything's going well. And that is until the door opens up with a bunch of screaming, distraught little ones running out of the auditorium in horror. Like, seems the magic show did not at all turn out as was intended, and even had the teacher. I mean, I don't know, was that a little extreme? The teacher puking into the trash can, AK? Uh-oh. Can't hear you if you're talking. Do have that feedback, though. That's kind of crazy. Well, why AK gets those technical difficulties figured out. What about you, Phantom? Did you think that was a little extreme?
Testing.
I hear you. Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. See, I was muted just now, and I was still hearing the feedback.
Yeah, the feedback's still coming through.
Well, it was coming through just now before I unmuted.
Yeah, even before you unmuted. Now it's gone.
Fandom, can you test your mic real quick?
Testing.
It's up. Just started just a little bit right there.
What is that?
Woo-woo. How about it, Phantom? What do you think? Like, did you think that was a little bit much? A little overreaction from the teacher, or would you be puking into a trash can too if you saw that?
I wouldn't be puking though. Then again, I never had anything blood splattered on me, so who knows? You
got to be stronger than that, though. And yeah, maybe if she's like drenched in blood or something, that might be a little bit. That might have done it. But I was like, you got to stay strong for the kiddos. But Charlie then heads over to JB's to help console him over what just happened to his son. And Elijah was just starting to come out of his shell and that he was hiding in since his mother had passed. And this just sent him way back in. Like, there's no coming back from it now, not for a while. And understandably, some of the parents of the other students were outraged. Some of them even asking if they should start a petition to have poor little Elijah expelled from the school. Is that like overstepping? Or do you think that was actually something that was okay, AK? I should say Fandom. I think she's still trying to figure it out because I'm still hearing that feedback.
Well, yeah, that's what I was typing in the private chat.
I don't hear the feedback though.
I was muted just now and I was still hearing it. I'm gonna mute one of you guys talk or say something else, please.
Okay. Testing.
I heard it just now with you a little bit.
Huh. Is it coming? I don't know how it would be coming through on my mic. Maybe. Here, let me mute and see what's up. Woo, right in the middle.
Testing.
Yeah, I just heard it come when you were talking right there.
All right, let me just reset. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that is so weird. Oh, crazy things happen in the YouTube's universe. You already know. Who knows? Maybe it's just like an echo feeding back on our whole the overall broadcast or something.
It's weird. I don't hear the feedback though.
You don't hear that like little echoing?
No. In the beginning I did, but then it stopped.
I don't hear it when you talk, but I'm hearing it when I talk. You don't have anything like a phone or anything turned on, do you?
Hold on, let me see. Oh, maybe it is me. All right, how about now? You hear anything? Any feedback?
Not now. I do when I talk though.
Still? Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, that's wild. I wonder what that is. Huh, so yeah, maybe it's actually coming through the actual live feed of StreamYard for some reason. Because I don't have anything else on. What about you, John? Can you hear that feedback? It's probably been skimming off the top for years. Yeah, I imagine that if she's been gambling and had a gambling problem for a while, I imagine she has been. Huh. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, a little bit. That's not crazy, but yeah, I can hear it when I'm talking a little bit. But yeah, it seems like it just went away now. Now I don't hear it. Interesting. So something just changed. That was it. Because I don't hear anything now. But did you think that was a bit of an overstep by the parents trying to get poor little Elijah kicked out of the school, start a petition to get him expelled?
I see why, because again, they probably just traumatized all those damn kids, and they probably think it was on purpose, but in reality, it was an accident.
Yeah, like first off, whose idea was it to let this extremely young little person experiment doing magic tricks with real live animals? Like they should have known better. Accidents happen. This one could have been avoided. And second, JB has an irking feeling that this may not have been an accident at all. He knows how cautious his son is and that he would have checked, double checked, then triple checked to make sure all was well and ready with his tricks. So daddy knows his son's trick was sabotaged. And lucky for him, he has Charlie here to help him figure it out. And this is why, like, it may be my favorite episode of the season. Like, it was well written, no ridiculous plot conveniences, and like the story for the most part stayed believable and made sense. So
They made up for episode 5 because episode 5 was trash.
It was trash. I was about out on 5. I'm not gonna lie. I was about out on 5. It had me just like, what the hell? Welcome back, AK. But yeah, this one, like I said, what did you think about this episode as a whole so far, AK? Because like I was just saying, like there was no super great plot convenience. Like it was well written. Like this is probably my favorite, even though not a lot happened. It's probably my favorite episode of the season.
Yeah, I mean it's very interesting in the dynamic because while I am cursing her existence and damning her to all of the 7 hells, this girl she makes a very good foil. She actually gives a bit I think more of a subtle challenge that we haven't seen Charlie have to deal with just yet. So this was fun seeing them work around each other, and Charlie has definitely created her arch nemesis right now, and I'm sure they're gonna do something with that again. Probably season 3 on some random summer field trip. Her and this girl are gonna be on the same mountain, and some shenanigans are gonna happen. Watch.
Yeah, Charlie will be the school bus driver or something on some field trip, and some crazy shit's gonna go down.
And if that happens, y'all heard it here first. Remember that.
But how crazy is Charlie? How's Charlie going to wheel in a cake with a picture of the recently murdered class pet and then make the first slice right through the hamster's neck, making it?
I was dying. I was like, get the hell out of here.
See, that's some of that season 1 quirky Charlie, bro. It's what happens. She's not moving to be malicious. She's just going with the flow and what she thinks isn't really a big deal. Again, forgetting she's dealing with kids. So watching her navigate this shit honestly was kind of refreshing because we none of us can really say at this point for her that, hey, you should know this by now. Don't do this. You should have did that. Why aren't you doing the things you did before? This is completely new ground for her now again. Right. And I really like that dynamic.
It worked for me. But yeah, that was just crazy. But while in the classroom, Charlie starts to notice things like that Stephanie is missing a button on her uniform, and also like how self-motivated to be the best at everything she is. So Charlie decides to dig a little deeper. And when she was basically accusing that little monster of the deeds she definitely did, and then showing her the evidence that missing button is proof, I instantly said to myself, I'm not sure how fast your reflexes are, but I definitely would not be holding that button that close to this little monster. Like, it's your only real evidence. Like, get it away from that little mini devil. Like,
Hey, funny, we said this like in a previous episode when the guy had like the notebook close up. And why couldn't he just like grab it? In this episode, they were like, you know what? She just smashed it. And now he smashed it and swallowed it. I was like, touche.
Exactly. Like, it just makes sense. I was like, and that's the first thing I thought. You're like, you're holding that way too close to that little girl with quicker reflexes than you. What are you doing?
Yeah, this gave me a very a decent reminder of the Wheel of Time, where a lot of folks were talking about the character Nynaeve, and she is one of the most powerful mages out there that can touch the source, but she's blocked herself from it. And to get past a test, instead of doing the thing that needed to be done, she just drank the dirty dishwater, basically, and then put the glass on the table in front of her teacher and walked off. And you could tell the teacher wanted to show her disrespect, but it was hilarious And but she saw that it was hilarious, and that's this chick right here. Oh, you think you got me? You're gonna force me to do this thing? No, I'm taking this. Here goes your evidence. Prove it. What are you going to do now? I just did the most obtuse bullshit to get out of this.
Fair enough. A moment later, Stephanie snatched that
And
button out of
just
Charlie and swallowed it.
why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Come on, Charlie, you got to be smarter than that. Like getting outsmarted by this.
She's not smarter than a fifth grader.
Not at all. Or even less than that. So now that Charlie's lost her only real piece of evidence against Stephanie, she has to resort to other methods. And she decides to recruit the class computer whiz to help her see the original footage of the talent show so she can maybe just start depicting some pieces and putting some things together. But as she's getting more clues and starting to put the story together a little bit, she gets summoned to the principal's office. And she's like, I can't believe how scared that it makes me. Like, you can see you're never too old to be like nervous about getting called into the principal's office, I guess. But it seems Stephanie has caught Charlie on camera speaking ill of her and calling her names. And I got to admit, this kid is extremely clever. Like, she just found the easiest way to get rid of the one adult who is totally onto her. Like, just get her fired. Like, this kid is definitely going to end up running a crime family someday, isn't she, Phantom?
Most definitely, especially what happened at the end.
Oh, she's, yeah.
That's what I was referencing. I have a question, though. This kid, yes, she is very tech savvy, but she's using rudimentary forms of tech. Why hasn't the principal taken some of that money out of the petty cash box, found a white hat hacker, and just had all the info off this kid's devices
deleted,
cleared and done? You could have done that even in this little small town you live in. I guarantee you there's one nerd that works some of the most highest paid IT jobs that still lives in his mom's basement, because why move when I'm making all this cushy money and I want to keep it in Stack Bank? Why couldn't you find one of them dudes to take care of this problem? You're allowing what grade is this that they're in? Like fourth, fifth grade? You're allowing this kid that's not even out of elementary school to punk you day in and day out.
Well, that's what Charlie even said later. She's like, what? I mean, it's only a couple bucks and like a little pitch. Like, it's not that big a deal, right? What are we doing here? But she said it is.
Send an email to the superintendent. Hey, boss, this was my situation. I'm sorry it went down.
She don't want to lose her job.
This little girl called. Well, we'll see. Okay, but that's the thing. If you can speak to your bosses and at least try to make them understand where you're coming from, a lot of times you can negotiate something. And I feel like this is a small enough town to where this woman probably could have called the superintendent and said, hey, I'm sorry, this little girl saw me doing some things, and she took things out of context, and that would have been that. That's still a kid. I don't care what's on video. That's still a kid.
It's a fireball. Get rid of the kid and her is what would have happened. They'd both be out.
Look at the flowers. I agree. Mm-hmm.
But as the conversation is winding down and Charlie thinks she's out of a job, Dr. Ham gives her a secret place to meet so she can reveal what's really going on. And my question is, has this woman never watched a movie? Like, the first thing you do when you tell someone to meet you in the bathroom is to check all the stalls to see if they're empty. Like, that was rookie mistake number one. I was like, what is happening?
No, hold on.
Yeah,
I feel like that was number two. That was number two. Number one should have been lock the door when y'all both get in there.
Okay, but the girl was already in there. That's why the first thing for me is check the stalls to make sure you're alone.
Was she in there? I thought the principal walked out and then she walked in after.
No, the principal walked out and we saw her feet come off the stool that she was standing on. So in case under, there ain't gonna be no just
I might have looked away.
I'm opening every door, making sure
every stall, right? Exactly. And also, I don't know if y'all remember, and maybe it's changed since my days in school where we had to go to the restrooms. If no one's in a stall, the door is open. So any of those doors being closed to me is automatically sus.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm checking.
Exactly. I'm checking all the stalls. There's no way.
Not really. Like, at least in the stalls I've been to recently, like in AMC movie theaters I've been to, even my job, all the stalls are closed.
That's not a school building. That's not a school building. I'm talking about in school. From what I remember, it was a security thing and also a truancy thing, because they want to be able to tell easily if somebody's in there. And the door being, again, that's what I'm saying. And that may not have been everywhere. That may have just been here in Ohio schools. It's still automatically sus.
So Dr. Ham meets Charlie and shows her that she's actually like the petty thief that she's been blaming everybody else for, and she's formed herself a little gambling problem. And little Stephanie knows this and has it all recorded and is blackmailing the doctor. And Dr. Ham tells Charlie to save herself and just walk away, but we all know that's never going to happen. It's just not her nature, and she knows little Elijah needs her help right now. There's no one else that can do it. But I don't know, was it funny or frightening when that little monster, like straight out of The Shining, revealed that she was there listening the whole time, and then she just walks over to Charlie's stall and knocks on the door? I was like, I didn't know whether to just giggle or be creeped the hell out. That was nuts.
Bit of both.
But I know you thought this little demon child had an extremely punchable face, but you have to admit, like real life outlook, this little kid is one hell of an actor for being this young. Like, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
True.
I'll give you that. Absolutely. Yeah. All props to him. My smoke is only for the character. All props to that little girl. Yeah, because we're not supposed to like this kid at all. And the actress, she plays it so very well. Like it reminds me of like the whole Stranger Things cast season 1. It's hard to have all the kid actors be that much on point on a set, and they did that shit first off the cuff.
She's giving my little she-bear a run for the money. She did amazing.
Little bit, yeah, she up there.
Like when she turned it on, acting like Charlie's words of having no friends was actually getting to her. I was impressed. I was like, lucky for Charlie, she has that BS detector, because I was like, oh man, this little girl's starting to get to her.
Even without the BS detector, I think I would have called that bullshit.
Look, it was literally Natasha and Loki all over again, just a different session. Like, no, you thought you might have had me, little girl, but no. I see your game. That's where we're going with it. All right, cool. Thank you for your cooperation. Mm-hmm.
Oh, feel it. He says, "What is that? Not the Stranger Things, The Last of Us or whatever."
So The Last of Us, she would have been a better Ellie. Nah, I don't know about that. I like her, but I don't know about that.
It's hard to go against my little she-bear. She's a monster.
Yeah. Nah. Bella's knocking it out the park.
Also, with the way that kid like turned her emotions on a dime, like Charlie finally saw just how completely unstable this kid is. So that had to give her real pause when she gets that menacing note from her later in the episode. Like, this could be a problem.
I bet you her parents are locked up in the basement right now.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, just straight out of the Twilight.
Most likely. I can see any type of situation where if she doesn't get anything, she has dirt on both parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the father was cheating, she would have been like, Dad, I got like a bit of evidence of you cheating on Mom, so you better either get me X, Y, and Z. I could see it.
She has dirt on both of them. I guarantee you that she doesn't want to take any of those chances. She has trapped them both in the basement. She has the run of all the family money. And I feel like they're probably very well off because they're nowhere to be seen. Normally, they'll show a bit of the kids' home life if they're problematic. They didn't do that here. And I think that's because they're missing.
What's that 90s or 80s movie where they locked the parents in the basement?
I don't know about that.
That's like asking who's that dude from across the street. I need more details than that.
Her parents.
They literally like took them in the basement. They locked them up. It was even a point in time that they even like took down the door and put like a metal door. It was insane. I gotta look this up now.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah. Please do Google that.
We know that little Stephanie's parents are thriving, and we'll be talking about that later. But on her way out, Charlie stops by to feed the gerbils one last time and has a little chat with the teacher. And while doing so, she hatches a plan to maybe finally actually help out little Elijah, but she's going to need a bigger boat. So they make the classroom into a makeshift ark to show that they're all on the same boat and have the kids like all welcome Elijah back with open arms. Of course, that is all but one. And first off, I'm just not really sure about this whole boat theme they were trying to push. Like, I don't know, it just seemed weird. It did not fit for me. And second of all, half those kids were covered in Joseph's blood and guts. So is it better to lie and say you were able to retrieve him, or just tell the little ones, like, realize and learn that sometimes in life accidents happen? Like, what say you, AK?
I think for this situation, it is a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
However, I am always keen to put what truly would be better for the kids up at hand and for their morale and how things were going. You know, for you think about how ostracized he already felt with how much, like you said, the little hamster was his best friend. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the kids liked him well enough, but he didn't really have actual, communication, good friends with any of them. And I think the kids took that into account, and the teachers assessed that as well, and they knew they could play on that. Everybody was hurting, and they needed to find a quick solution to do it. Is it cool to tap into that gray area with kids? No, but I take those things on a case-by-case basis. In this case, I understand the thought of it, and it needed to happen. And I know while it was a sting operation, I think those kids were genuinely happy to see their classmate back, because that's just little kids at that age. They might seem like they might be upset with one person because something random happened, but for them to have this moment of joy to say, hey, he came back, it's all right. I think you could allow them that just for these few moments. Next week, it's not going to be that much big of a deal. And also, they needed to get rid of that chick. And I think Charlie and the teachers knew she was going to crash the fuck out immediately. And none of those kids were paying attention to whatever she was trying to say, because they got their joy back. They got their homie back. The hamster's back. Cool. None of them kids like her, so they're ignoring her fuck shit.
Honestly, I don't even think the kids even like hated him for Elijah, like for like the incident or anything. They were just mourning for death. So it was like when the parents or like said like, "Oh, we should get him expelled." I'm like, "But what are the kids?" Like it's like they're hating him.
Right.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. I don't think that there was a whole lot of shade thrown at him, but kids are raw in their emotions. So off the cuff, they saw him as the one that took their homie away, but now they're both back. And again, I don't think they had any ill will towards him. I do agree with Phantom also. Even after the fact, I don't think they had that much ill will toward him. But to do this, to hype all them up, was really cool because it immediately iced her out. And that was the goal of this thing.
Well, speaking of iced out and getting dull and raw feelings, did we really need to see the two gerbil humping scene in the middle of the elementary classroom? I mean, I get that thing probably happens in real life, but did we need it in this spot, Phantom?
I was dying. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I was like, that is not your
I would like to make
it remind me of, what was it, The Nutty Professor? I think that's what it reminded me of.
The Nutty Professor.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him. But, what I would like to remind everyone, public service announcement, is there's ass and titties on Disney Plus now.
I was just like,
you can say fuck in their shows now. At least you can't say it a whole lot, but you can say it at least once. And I think it's fine that we saw this. And for real, again, what is it, fourth grade that they're in? My first sex education class in elementary school was in fourth grade. So, birds and the bees.
They getting an education. That was crazy. But I guess it was pretty humorous when Stephanie cried out, "Stop! That's not your gerbil husband." I was like,
see that part right? She's such a freaking perfectionist. Even in this moment, while she disagrees that this thing should even be here, period. Now that it is here, you are in the wrong role, madam.
Unbelievable. But her cries went unheard. All the kids just drowned her out, being happy to have their classmate back. And they actually liked him a lot more than her. So they're happy to have him back in school with them.
Exactly.
One even went as far as to say he was going to donate all his gold stars to Elijah, which Stephanie cried out, "That's socialism."
I have a question. Do y'all think that was something that was planned? I don't think it was. I think that kid just genuinely had that goodness in his heart to say, you know what? No, we were sad, but he has been the most sad because he thought he took our buddy away. But now they're both back. Thank you for coming back. We missed you too, and our Burry. And now you're both back here. So here's some stars. And if you wanted to destroy her, that this is the article for her, how to destroy a boy's confidence. How do you destroy a psychopath's early plans along the way? Because I don't think they're not shaking her confidence. No, you're just destroying her plan right now.
Yeah, I think that's more what it is. I think that little boy just hated her so much. Anything to bring
so
her
much, and all of this joy. And as usual, she's the one sitting in the corner with the storm cloud over her, talking bullshit, trashing everybody. They're not having it after this death. Nope.
Well, we know that this definitely must have been a private school, because did you see the amount of petty cash she was able to grab out of that box? I was like,
that's why I said. That's why I said she was taking more than $20 a day. Nah, there's no way. And it surprises me, even with it being a private school, that there's that much petty cash on hand. Because what would you need that for?
Right. Stephanie tries to plant the stolen money of the petty cash on JB, Elijah's father, and one last attempt to get rid of her nemesis. But Charlie, being 2 steps ahead, had set this all in motion to catch the little one in the act. And it was a little surprising, but I get it. Like, Charlie didn't use the footage to get the little girl kicked out or really get at her. She just used it as leverage to get blackmail of her own and to, like, basically tell her to find some act right and stop being such a demon child to everyone. I don't know. Do you agree with that, Phantom? Or would you have just been like, this little girl's got to go. She's dangerous.
She gotta go. Like I said 2 seconds ago, asylum.
You can break out of an asylum, okay? Who was it? No, not Jason. Michael Myers. He was breaking out every Halloween.
Oh, yeah, she was. I don't know. That's a rough one. It's like, I don't know, Charlie. You might want to use this one and just put this one down because this is a rabid dog and it is definitely coming back.
Look at the flowers. Just look at the flowers.
Then we end with another quick conversation with our not-so-new CB friend, and as she's winding up the conversation, she sees a gold star on her dashboard, and it's from you-know-who, and it says, when I grow up, I will find you. How much would that spook you, AK, to get that note from that specific demon child?
It would not have spooked me because I would not have gotten that note. Because I guarantee you, before the end of this episode, by the time we got the resurrected baby hamster story locked down, that night, that girl would have somehow gone missing, and her parents would never have reported it because they have been freed from the basement confines and they can now take their lives back. No, again, I look at the flowers. Y'all know I love tiny humans. I'm always here for the babies first and foremost all the time. But that little demon spawn,
how about you, Phantom? Would you have ripped out of there as fast as Charlie did getting that note?
You're goddamn right. I've been like, oh hell no.
I would have ripped out of there. But I would have ripped out of there headed right for her. And if she moves, that just means I'll turn the car either right or to the left and boom, 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 boom. And just to make sure, just like my girl did in American Horror Story, backing up over the Devil Incarnate Reborn, reverse, back up on him again, and go forward and back up over her again. Triple tap. Okay, we're not taking any chances. Nah, she got to go. She got to go.
Oh, too much. But like I said, this was my favorite episode of the season. I actually liked this one. It made sense. It wasn't ridiculous. It was on point, and I was here for it. How about you, Phantom?
It's like first episode and this episode my favorite so far this season. But I did see episode 7. Oh my god, the season getting better and better.
Word. Okay, I'm looking forward. I haven't watched it. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I'm going to do my best to get a watch tonight and try to get that written out for Thursday. How about you, AK? What do you think about this one specifically?
I love this one. I really liked. This was back to the quirkiness of season 1 for me. I think the one with all of the what was it, the quintuplets, it was 5 of them. Is that what it was? That episode and this episode are my faves of the season. I'm going to say that the sibling one is still number 1 for me, and this one is number 2.
Absolutely. I love it. Oh, so as usual, we're going to see what everybody remembers about this one. Just a couple trivia questions. If you know these, put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. What was the first word we see displayed in this episode?
Get the hell out of here, DJ.
You don't shut the fuck up. Look, see, and I didn't take notes the first time I watched it. I did do a rewatch, but that was over the weekend. Yeah, I don't remember.
Is it the title of the episode?
No, this one the scene started with just one word in the episode, and then it panned out. It started out with one big word in the screen, and then it panned out.
Star?
Was it Achieve?
Hey, look at him. Look at him. Like that was the hardest
okay, you know what? Yep. I should have guessed that.
Come on.
Good on you. Good on you.
Come on now.
Okay, so wait, Phantom, did you not take notes for this one?
Oh, I did. But I was like, wait a minute. Of all words, what was it? And now I'm remembering it's a cue. The car that says my name is
right.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. I got him back on track.
Good one. Good on you.
Absolutely good. Phantom bringing it home. Oh, this one's a little bit more of a deep dive. I'll be shocked if this one gets it, but it was on that same piece of paper. What is little Stephanie's last name?
Pierce.
Oh, he said I was ready for that.
Hey, get that.
Some of that.
Yeah, fandom is carrying this trivia, bro.
Keeping it moving. What browser did Stephanie use to look up how to kill a boy's self-esteem?
Hold up, I got this one.
It
was weird.
Yeah, it wasn't Google. It wasn't Google. I do remember that.
It was not Google. Oh, he said, "Don't you think
I want to say Bing, but I know
Scholar
that's wrong.
Seek.
Indeed, it was. It was not Firefox. Oh, Scholar Seek. Oh, man, came ready to play. Well done, you. Nailing it.
Yep.
Oh, see if you got this one. What apartment number did Elijah and his father live in?
42.
He said, I
know it had a 4 in it.
I'm already here. Fandom just killing it right out the gate. Oh, you already knew this question was coming. See if you wrote it down. What bottle of alcohol did Charlie bring to JB to help smooth the catastrophe that just went down?
I know some of that good. Also, speaking of which, did y'all recognize who his daddy was?
No.
Y'all remember Bernard from the Santa Claus, the head elf? And also he actually I think his name was Charlie. I think his name was Charlie in Numbers too.
Huh, I didn't know that one.
David Krumholtz. You know who it is I'm talking about. I'm about to find a picture for you right now. Yeah. Jog your memory.
He said Cuddy Sark. Great.
What was the question again? Can you ask that again, please?
What bottle of alcohol did Charlie bring to JB to help smooth the catastrophe?
Oh yeah, okay.
Everybody knows that right in the thing?
I'm gonna guess something whiskey, but I don't know.
It was absolutely whiskey. Anybody knows? It's not one I've ever heard of, though. I'll tell you that. So I don't know if they made it up for the show, if it's a real deal. Oh, what did the hats that Charlie was wearing while questioning Stephanie say?
Oh,
what hat was Charlie wearing?
I remember seeing that damn hat too. I don't remember.
What did the hat say that Charlie was wearing when she was questioning Stephanie? If you know that one, put it in the comment section down below. Ooh, feeling a little better. You guys had me crushed there for a minute.
That's what I remember. Is this like still like the same hat you've been wearing or something?
No, this is one she's never worn before.
No, it's a different one.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's definitely different. Oh, here we go. Man, I got to add one of these because I don't know if we even know this much. So let me just add this. What did little Stephanie's parents do for a living?
What the hell? They said
that? So like some type of an investment banking or something with Wall Street?
Well, you're certainly not going to get the next question. That's why
something in stocks, maybe. Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like it was something that is not I don't want to say common, but
nope.
It seems like something that they will fall into, but I could vastly be misremembering. Did you see that thing I just shared down there? Look downstairs, DJ. You don't recognize that from the Santa Claus?
That's not him.
Yes, it is. That's David Krumholtz.
Less hair.
No way.
Yeah, less hair, and he has a dad bod now, but yeah, that's him.
This dad looked a lot more Hispanic to me. You're saying that that can't be him.
That is David Krumholtz.
That is blowing me away. I did not. They don't even look like the same person. That's wild to me. That is wild.
All right.
And he's gaining weight.
Let me see if I got. Yeah, right. Yeah, he has a dad bod now. Let me see if I can find a side by side.
That's crazy. Hedge funds is incorrect. So yeah, you're definitely not going to know what the name of the parents' company is if you don't even know what they do. Probably.
Yeah, no, definitely. Wait. Are they like dry cleaners?
They are.
Or some type of chain, something.
I could give so many great hints, but every time
they didn't work in the casino, did they?
There it is. How did he do it? How does he do it? How does he do it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so then the name of I know the name now. The name has to be Beaver's Corners Casino.
Yeah. Because I remember I forgot that. Yeah, because she said that was part of why the blackmail for her principal worked so well, because she was going to their casino. That's right. Yep.
That's where she got the picture from their parents.
Good on you. Yep.
I was dying. I was like,
well done, fandom. Well done.
Like, how are we not putting this and this together? Okay, we're back on track. We are back on. He said, "Wait a minute, I didn't know what they did, but I know the name of their company." Oh, that's awesome. Well done, you. What did the friendship bracelet say that Stephanie gave Dr. Ham?
You are
You're
mine.
mine.
You are mine. 100%.
I remember that shit because that is some cruel fucking supervillain type shit right there.
That is some psycho shit. Oh, just a couple more. How much did Dr. Ham say the parents paid a year for their kids to have that elite education?
30 grand.
It's like 30 something.
And came to play. 30 grand
Yeah.
indeed. Oh, now I think we're gonna get you stumped on a couple of these last two. She's been guessing. She's been guessing all day. What grade were these kids actually in?
5?
I want to say 4th, maybe 6th.
Also incorrect.
Okay, it's not past that 3rd.
They were in the 2nd grade.
How does he know it? How does he do it, folks?
They're in 2nd grade?
He nails it. Yeah. You only knew it because the teacher said that. That's when they start developing those feelings and the way that they think about things.
Not like that. The moment how that kid got the cupcake, like, come on now. That cupcake giving that sugar rush, you got to be that young.
Wow. Yeah.
Good
Okay.
call. And then
I did not think that.
AK just asked the last question. How old are these kids in the class?
If they're in 3rd grade, probably like 7 or 8.
Well, they're not in the 3rd grade. They're in the 2nd grade.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, so 2nd grade, I would say 7 because it's a U.S. school. And in U.S. schools, you start like the age you're about to turn. So, oh, wait, is it the age you're about to turn 5 or the age you're about to turn, the year you're about to turn 5 or 6? No, I think it's 5. It's the year you turn 5. So they're probably, it seems like it's near the end of the school year. So maybe 6.
Yeah,
probably. John brought it home with his first guess. Well done, you, John.
Was it 8?
Yep, 8 years old.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, I said that part the first time.
You said 7 or 8, yeah, and then
7 or 8.
Start like at 3 or 4 years old normally.
What's that?
What'd you say?
You start school at 3 or 4 years old.
I think it's 5.
No, you go to preschool. You can go to preschool at the 3 or 4, but kindergarten officially doesn't start until you're about to be 5, or if you're already 5 when the school year starts.
I think it's 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but well done, you. Phantom just knocked it out of the park today. He came to play. He got some hard ones. Took him a second, but he got there. He said, "My notes came in handy one way or another."
I'll take notes for the finale.
Just putting the pieces of the puzzle together. But that's going to do it for us. We are going to try to be back on Thursday with the next episode, episode 7. Yep, definitely looks like a good one. I saw the first 3 minutes of it, so I am here for it. And I can't wait to do it. So that's going to do it for us. I hope everybody out there is
Hold on. Wait. Shit. Sorry, I just found the thing.
He said I just found it. Hold up. Oh, what are we bringing back? Another pick?
Oh, the movie's House Arrest.
But yeah, it's a play. House Arrest.
Oh, the movie where the parents are.
I don't recognize that. All right, yeah, but pop that Word doc up real quick. All right, so that's him in Santa Claus. That's him in Numbers, and this was him for PokerFace.
Yeah, that does not look like him at all. That beard.
All the same dude.
How DJ?
Yeah, he has the same look. Look at the freaking goatee.
Yeah, that's wild.
He just has a dad bod now. That's all.
That shocked me. I did not see that. Oh, but like I said, that's going to do it for us. Come back and hang out with us on Thursday when we talk about episode 7. Other than that, I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Till we see you on the next one. Be easy, everybody.
Fuck them kids.